Hey everybody, this is Mike, this is LoadF Media, and hey, today got a real quick video because I want to share some thoughts with you that I've kind of been wrestling with the past couple of days, and it's got to do with gear. Now, I've done videos about this in the past, but I would say the hardest thing about being a content creator is the gear. And so what do I mean by that? Well, it's really twofold. One, as a content creator, you have to decide what kind of gear you want to buy. What tools do you think will best assist you in creating the content that you want to make? Then two, out of the tools that you do buy and that you throw in your tool kit, which ones are you going to use for any given project? Now, where it gets tricky is when you're someone like me who you get influenced by influencers. You know, you watch YouTube, you watch Instagram, and you see the latest, greatest, this and that's, and you say, oh, well, that thing will help me make better content, or it'll help make my current content better. So I should probably look into buying that. So let's kind of break these two things down very quickly, because again, I don't want to belabor this point, but if you're a new content creator, I think this is important to discuss so that you don't fall into the same trap that I have fallen into, and I'm sure other content creators have fallen into as well. So let's dive into that first one. What gear should you buy? Well, in order to really understand what you need to understand what you're going to do. You need to have kind of like a visual concept of what kind of content you want to create so that you'll know what tool will best assist you in that content creation. I mean, there are plenty of cameras out there, and there are a number of cameras that will do plenty much everything you need it to do. So it really comes down to price point, availability, and then usability. And is it going to be usable for you? Not everybody's the same. So you want to make sure that you find a camera that is comfortable for you to use and one that you feel comfortable grabbing and taking with you. Case in point, I've got a Fujifilm XS10. Now, it's a wonderful camera. It shoots 4K video. It's got great picture capability. And I can't say anything really bad about this camera. But when I go out, when I go on a vacation or a weekend trip or even a day trip, that's not the camera that I'm going to pick to go with me on this trip, because it's just a little big, it's cumbersome, and while it will produce great results, I'm not comfortable taking that with me out and about in public. So what do? I grab an action camera. I'll grab a GoPro or my DJI Osmo Action 2 or my DJI Pocket 1. So I find myself gravitating to smaller cameras, and I've got a couple point and shoots. I've got a Canon G7X Mark III that is excellent for travel photography and videography because it does have a very nice mid-range zoom lens, shoots 4K, has great audio, and so that camera is better suited for me when I go out and about. And so for you, if that's where you're going to be, then you need to find a camera you're comfortable taking with you when you go somewhere. Now, if you're going to be inside most of the time, well, then maybe you can, see your way to getting a bigger camera or something that's going to provide better results, especially inside in low light. Now, these smaller cameras, they don't do so well in an office setting where you've got some very dimly lit corners in your room. And so you need a camera that you can stop down and get those, 1 to 2 f-stops. And then that way you can get a better image when you're in a dimly lit area, situation, environment. All right, so let's get into that second one. Now that you've decided what tools to buy, I would caution you, don't buy too many. Because when you buy more than one thing, and I'll use myself as an example again, when you buy more than one thing, now you have to decide which one of those things you want to use. I've got a GoPro. I've got a DJI Osmo Action 2. I've got the Insta360 X3. And so now I've got a bunch of cameras that do similar things. The Go-To by Insta360. They're all small sensored action cameras and they all do similar things. And so when you're going out to, let's say on vacation, which one do you bring? Well, I find that I take more than one, and it drives my wife nuts because I take so many cameras on every trip. So I would caution you, find one that does what you need it to do, and then stick with it and learn how to use it really well, and don't fall into the I need more trap. So hey, this is Mike. This is Load F Media saying, hey, thanks for taking the time. Really do appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, become a subscriber. And if you got value out of today's video, give me a thumbs up. And as always, please leave a comment. Love the dialogue. We will see you guys in the next one.